pollen is running rampant this spring, and so are those allergies. News 4's Jamel Johnson with a sniffling and sneezing dose of bad news.
Allergies affect 81 million people in the United States, and it's even worse in the South.
We've had record warmth in parts of the Northeast and the South. And as a result, the allergy season is now 20 days early.
The increased warming has made it cumbersome to step outside.
We've had the worst allergy season in 4 decades in the South.
The problem of pollen is worsening.
From the year 1900 to 2000, pollen has doubled. It's expected to double in just 40 years, from the year 2000 to 2040.
Achoo! 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 If allergy season is coming earlier now, that means we got to be more proactive when looking for the signs.
Symptoms can align with conditions like COVID-19 or the common cold, but some tells will let you know to see a doctor.
Well, typically rubbing their nose frequently, they call that the allergic salute, sneezing 5 times or more.
These symptoms may feel miserable, but we can combat them with at-home remedies.
Pollen can get in the cuffs of your pants, your hair, so you want to change your clothes, you want to remove your shoes when you come indoors, you want to shower. You can use indoor HEPA filters.
Catching these signs early and seeing a doctor is the key to living a healthier life.
The quality of life is worse for people who have allergies, believe it or not, than asthma. And so allergies can lead to anxiety and depression because they interfere with sleep.
In Dothan, I'm Jamel Johnson for your hometown news leader.
The pollen count continues to be high in southeast Alabama.